Welcome to FAQ time with me, Daryl. Cool intro. So let me just go straight into it. I'm just messing around. I like to entertain myself on these videos, otherwise it's extremely boring sitting down and creating all of these in a row. So here's the FAQ today. Frequently asked question. It sounds so weird when I said it that way. I was gonna say FAQ question today, which is redundant. So here it is. Should you build links to your PBN sites? The answer is no. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, no, seriously, guys, don't do this. And there's a reason why, and it's not that there's a footprint. It's not that there's a risk or anything like that. It's just a total waste of your time. If you're gonna go out there and you're gonna build links to your PBN sites, there's two types of links you can build. So firstly, you can build more PBN sites, which is totally fine, really. It's just stacking it. Rather than pointing it directly, you stack it. You have one PBN link. Let me just show you an example. I don't do this, really. I've played with it, and I'm not really a big fan of it. So let me quickly show you. Okay, so let's say that we've got a PBN site right here, and we've got, let's draw one here. So P, that's sound like a child telling someone I need to pee. Okay, so got PBN site here, and we've got a whole list of them here. Now, I don't really do this, and I wouldn't recommend doing so yourself, but you can. It can lower the risk, potentially moving it through one PBN site, but I like to have more than that. So what you do is you point all these PBN sites here, and these are PBN sites too. I'm just scribbling them this time. And basically, this PBN site acts as a filter, and then this points to the money site. So this is your money site here, this is the PBN site here, and these all act as a filter. All these weaker domains point to this one stronger one that filters all the link juice through to the money site. Now this can work. You're basically boosting the power of this one into this one, but you are losing a percentage of the power through this. So this filter is going to lose a little bit of the power because it just is. Like, a link isn't going to pass all the juice, and because this is going to this one, and then some of the juice is going to be lost between this and this. It's just how it works. When you link to something, you don't get 100% of the link juice that's pointing to that page. So if you're pointing all this power to this page, you're going to lose a little bit of percentage because it's just a link at this point. 301 redirects would increase it, but let's not get into that topic for now. So you can do that, and it is going to potentially lower the risk because you can have less links. Obviously, the benefit of this is that you have one big, powerful site that just links to your money site with like an optimized anchor text, which means it's much, much safer than having like all these 5 different sites linking to it, because it's just one single site and there's less risk of over-optimizing anything when there's one site. Now, I don't really recommend doing this. I recommend just keeping it simple and following the structure that we teach in the course, which is basically like this. But if you want to, that is an approach you can take. But that's the one type of building links that I was talking about. It's the first type, where you have more PBN sites and you link it. The other type is, well, there's 2 other types actually, so there's 3 types in total. So there's one is the PBN sites. The second is spammy shit. So GSA, stay far, far away from that. Especially if like this is what you're doing, so you're doing GSA in these tier 2. And then you have GSA pointed at this, this, and this, and this, and this. And what I'm talking about is GSA, SDR. If you don't know what it is, then you don't need to know what it is, because it's all about spammy stuff, blog comment in and stuff on scale to get links. I wouldn't recommend doing that. You could build Web 2.0s and stuff. You can do that. We kind of talk about any IFTTT thing. You can do it. It's not going to get much power to it ultimately, because it's just brand new IFT. It's brand new Web 2.0 properties. I do recommend social profiles and stuff to get some shares and syndications on your blog posts. But I wouldn't really class that as link building. It's just an extra way of getting some shares and stuff, and just keeping it fresh ultimately, so there's fresh links going to it. But it's nothing to do with power, and we cover that in the IFTTT part of the advanced training. And basically, you don't want to build GSA stuff, you don't want to build spammy stuff, blog comments, or anything like that. So that's the second type of link. So you have PBN links, and then you have spammy stuff. You can do PBN links. I wouldn't advise it. We mentioned it before. Spammy stuff, stay far away from it. Keep it away from your PBN sites. You don't want to ruin them. You already have links going to it. You don't want to ruin it with that stuff. And the third type is outreach and stuff, where you leverage your PBNs. They do outreach and to get people sharing your PBN site, so link it to it through content you create for other sites. Now, this approach is just really, really dumb, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because you just don't want to do that. If you're going to go out there and reach out to webmasters and get them to link to your site, then you may as well do that for your money site, not your PBN site. So ultimately, stay far away from all that GSA, automated shit. Don't point that at your PBN sites. and you don't really want to lose juice from doing it this approach, because there's not really that much risk using PBN if you do it correctly, like we cover in the course. So I wouldn't do that neither. So all I would do is basically build social profiles. If that even looks like social, I wrote there, and then have it set up from every single one of these PBN sites, and set that up through IFTTT. So the answer is basically no. I wouldn't really class these as links, even though they technically are. The answer is, should you build links to your PBN site? No. Like, do not spam your PBN sites to try and increase the power artificially. It's just not worth it. The reason we buy PBNs, the reason we buy domains for PBNs to set them up, the thinking behind it is that the domains we buy have power to them already. You already have links going to them. You already have natural power. So we don't want to boost that up. We just want to buy more domains like that and set up more sites if we need to. There's no point wasting our time doing outreach or anything to get more links to our PBNs. We may as well do it directly to our money site. It's a completely different approach to SEO. But ultimately, the answer is no. Do not build links for power to your PBN sites. It's just not worth the effort. All right, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.